Kyle Rickey here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on MotorRacingNetwork.com with select NASCAR Sprint Cup Series teams behind me testing the sport's future, electronic fuel injection. Now CEO of Roush Yates Engines, Doug Yates, calls today's test a test of durability, hoping that these engines are far more reliable for Sprint Cup teams going forward.
Yeah, our test today is really about reliability. What we want to do is go out there and log a lot of laps and try to understand the components, make sure we don't have any reliability issues, and take a lot of data. But really, at the end of the day, we want to make sure the system's reliable, and when we go into next year, that we don't have any unforeseen problems.
Speaking of the future, a new combination is debuting here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for this test. Casey Kane driving the number 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports.
I thought it'd be pretty similar, but I knew it would be pretty different because, you know, over the years they've worked on the carburetors so much they have them perfected, and you know that the injection's a lot different. So just the way they ran it, the way they work on it, and you know the way it runs on the track was a little bit different. Yeah, it was nice to finally get in a Hendrick car and kind of be part of it. It's been a long time coming, so it's exciting to drive one of their cars.
Jimmy Johnson's Lowe's Chevrolet team is also among those testing here today at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. First time Jimmy's been back on the track since his accident in Turn 2 on Saturday night in the Bank of America 500, and he talked about that impact earlier today.
There was a big hit. You know, the NASCAR safety guys came by and discussed a lot of that with me today. You know, the numbers were high, but when you look at the frequency and how long the impact lasted, it was spread out over a long period of time because of the soft wall and because of the steel cage that we have around our car, and it makes it a very forgiving impact in the scheme of things. I went through some interesting things and looked at and discussed it, and you know the velocity was very high, but the G number was average, which is great. You know that G number should have been double that if it wasn't into a soft wall. So just was very fortunate to have the safety we do on these tracks and in these cars. It was a huge hit.
Trevor Bayne and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. took turns behind the wheel of the Roush Fenway Racing Ford, while each taking to the spotter stand, while the other was on the racetrack. For Bayne, the test comes on the heels of having a fast race car in the Sprint Cup Series race while driving for the Wood Brothers over the weekend, until a fuel system issue took him out of contention.
Got to go up there and spot and watch a little bit and try to learn and drive the EFI car. I think they're really close to what we're driving already, so I don't see a big difference in the driver's seat, but it's always good to get some track time, and we were fast here Saturday, so it was a good back-to-back for us.
More testing is set for the next 2 weeks at the Talladega Superspeedway and the Martinsville Speedway for NASCAR Sprint Cup teams, as both the teams and the manufacturers prepare to use these motors full-time beginning in the 2012 season. At the Charlotte Motor Speedway, I'm Kyle Rickey on MotorRacingNetwork.com.